There's more?
What you mean?
My boy, you still going?
Well, you might not know who you're seeing. So let me explain. So I want to be very clear and very, again, we're not here to make nobody look bad. The date on this says 7/29/2022. Okay. The woman you see on the left, her name is Lena Syed. I want to give you a real quick, brief intro to her. She's a woman who was involved in a group named the Taz Angels. Okay. You can watch many documentaries about the Taz Angels. And I'm going to speak very carefully here because I know how people are. The Taz Angels were seen to be a group that had this guy kind of running the ship, and it was almost seen as they were high-end, very beautiful escorts, okay? Now, I don't know if they're escorts. This was word on the streets. There's YouTube videos of the Syed sisters. So we got, I think this is Lena, or I don't know, it's two of them. Okay. Now, if I have to, I hope I don't have to play a whole thing on the Taz Angels. Like, there's a whole story. Like, we could probably Google all of those girls. And by the way, let's just read through it real quick. Okay. So, founded in 2011, the Taz Angels comprises of 6 main members, including Lena Syed, Ashley Martel, AB, Ruby Syed, so those are the sisters, the Syeds, Catherine Portes, aka Cat the Great, and Kenia Kinky Lopez, okay? There's also former members like these people: Anna Montana, Annabella Carrasco, Lesha Marie, and Jasmine, or Mila Jasmine. It was founded on lifestyle. So essentially, there was this guy, I believe he was in and around the Miami area. He realized that all of these rappers didn't give a fuck about fucking the same girls. Like, all rappers literally fuck like literally a handful of girls. So what would happen is these guys would come to town and they would be like, yo, they want the baddest bitches with them, or they want the girls that were popping. And this guy found a really interesting niche. Well, I could have these girls portray a lifestyle that when rappers come to town, they want to be with them. And that almost turns them into, some would say, a pimp, but he did it different. He was just like, I'm not a pimp. I'm just here, kind of. That's why people call it escorting, okay? Again, I'm not saying that that's what exactly they were, but that was word on the streets.
I mean, what? What? And you got to be kidding me. I mean,
it's easy to get the pussy. Just don't fall in love. This is the price a man pays when he wife up a hoe. Fellas, the worst thing you could do is wife up a hoe, because now a hoe is representing your family. She's representing your last name. And now she's embarrassing the entire family where your dad got to get involved.
Why would you say that?
And you making your dad look crazy because he's mad at the player. He's not mad at the hoe. He's mad at the player.
I was like, I haven't spoken to you in a while, so I was like, you're gonna have to talk to me if I pull up here. Right?
He's defending a hoe. Do you know how crazy that is?
She's his twin, and she's got more pee than a lot of niggas and all that other shit. Well, then that shows that you believe that she's a catch, that she is somebody. You know what I'm saying? And for her to say, okay, that was before I met Dev, but now I'm securing a relationship that I'm in, he should have just saluted it instead of being in his feelings and coming back with all this old extra other shit. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And then screaming the big P. Well, in the big P, I said you got to let the woman do the choosing. She chose publicly which way she was going.
Ooh wee, look what that money make a bitch do.
Instead of saluting that, you come back and say now, oh, I can have that if I wanted it, which makes no sense.
Yeah, that's where it
Because you
where it
can't
got
have,
real
you
murky
can't,
for
yeah,
me.
yeah, because you can't have it if she don't want to with you. And she said that she said publicly, I don't want to with you. But then you come back and then say, well, I can have it if I want. And then everybody else ran with the because they don't understand the game. But he's been in the public eye with women, public figures or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But he got a stomach for it. You got to have a stomach for this. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and and that's the way it goes. So I think it was a little bit of lying inside those tweets. You know what I'm saying? And when it's Big P, it ain't no lying. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga?
The fact that he's encouraging his son to be a sucker is just sad because in all reality, money don't really change you, right? So if you was a sucker back then, you're just going to be a bigger sucker once you get money. That's just how life works. And the sad part about it is the situation is only going to get worse. Shorty got a pass. The worst thing a man could do is try to turn a hoe into a housewife. That makes no sense. They are trying to do the impossible. Instead of them saying, okay, Shorty's who she is, I'm just going to charge it to the game and move on. Instead, his dad is trying to defend a hoe. That's the most pointless shit ever. And it's like, a hoe is always going to choose the money. It don't matter who it is. A hoe is always going to choose the money. Great. Your son is willing to pay the most. But once he stop paying, she's about to move around. She don't even post his son on Instagram, bro. She don't even make it known that they are married. Why you think that is? She's keeping her options open. A bird always keeps her options open, bro. And a bird is always going to go to the highest bidder. So it's nothing to brag about that a hoe chose you. That's even worse. That means you're just the biggest sucker. Fellas, be wise out here, man. For real.
If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. Y'all already know, don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.